The company of heaven is very aware of the myriad challenges people are facing in the outer world during this greatly intensified purging process that we are all experiencing. They are also aware of how difficult and painful this process is for the masses of humanity. But most importantly, they are aware that this cosmic moment in Earth's ascension process is exactly why you and I and the rest of awakening humanity have embodied on Earth at this time. The company of heaven knows that we have been preparing for lifetimes in order to be strong enough to stay focused on the light in the face of any adversity that needs to surface and may even be pitted against us. They realize that it is necessary for each of us to participate in this facet of the divine plan on behalf of our siblings in the family of humanity who are not yet awake enough to do it for themselves. The beings of light also know that if we did not have the ability to succeed God victoriously in this mission, we would not have been allowed to embody on Earth during this wondrous, but often seemingly horrific time. Our Father, Mother God recently revealed that the collective energy, vibration, and consciousness of the human miscreations now surfacing all over the world reflect in one way or another every single miscreation our fragmented and fear-based human egos have misqualified since our fall from grace. These gross mutations of our precious gift of life are now being dismantled and pushed to the surface to be permanently transmuted back into light. The successful accomplishment of this purging process is an essential part of our Mother Earth's ascension process, and all of her life must complete this ascension into the fifth dimensional crystalline solar frequencies of the new Earth. Miraculous things have already been accomplished, such as the transfiguration of the tar-like veil of illusion into the rarefied gossamer veil. We are now able to receive through this gossamer veil higher frequencies of God's infinite light from throughout the cosmos than ever before. As an example, the light we are blessed with during the eclipse series we experienced in September activated new celestial codes in humanity's 12 fifth-dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA. The company of heaven said it is difficult for us to comprehend the magnitude of just what this means. However, they said we will soon experience a tangible evolution of consciousness into a higher octave of divine love. We are in the middle of this purging process, and the beings of light are telling us that as the cleansing progresses, it may even appear in the outer world as though things are getting worse before they get better. It is critical that every one of us truly comprehends the profound truth that the only way forward in the light is through the essential cleansing process. Consequently, there is no turning back. As we have been told many times, all that is hidden must now be revealed. The clandestine, manipulative, and oppressive patterns used by those who have controlled and suppressed the masses of humanity for centuries, are being pushed to the surface at this time to be exposed and permanently transmuted into the light. It is time for all of us to trust that you and I and the rest of awakening humanity have all of the strength, skill, wisdom, knowledge, and courage necessary to stay focused on the light until this facet of the divine plan is successfully completed. The sooner we acknowledge this truth and follow the intuitive inner guidance of our I Am presence, the more quickly we will begin to tangibly experience the heart-based patterns of perfection for the new earth that we are being called to co-create with every holy breath we take. For over half a century, our Father, Mother God, and the company of heaven have been revealing the greatest need of the hour for humanity and Mother Earth's ascension process. As lightworkers volunteered to co-create each facet of the divine plan in collaboration with the beings of light in the realms of illumined truth, the next phase of the divine plan was revealed to us. Step by step, the awesome divine intervention humanity was receiving from on high was clearly demonstrated to those who were awakening around the world. The divine intent of this conscious cooperation was to give those who were beginning to awaken the encouragement and support they needed in order to be willing to keep on keeping on, no matter how arduous outer world circumstances appeared. Now that we know what a critical part we are each playing in this unique ascension process, the beings of light want to remind us of an important factor in all of our endeavors. This factor sometimes causes humanity to feel like our efforts are not working, but that is never the case. When we awaken and begin to understand the power of our creative faculties of thought and feeling, we attempt to control our behavior patterns. We put forth the effort to think positively, and we strive to focus our attention on what we want to manifest in our lives. Daily, we envision the lives we aspire to, and we work to empower our visions of heaven on earth with positive thoughts and affirmations. But often, after what seems like a valiant effort, we continue to experience many of our old problems. This causes us to become discouraged and to lose trust in our ability to change our lives. At that point, we feel like our efforts are futile, and we usually give up on trying to improve our situations. We let go of our visions and regress back to our old negative thinking patterns. We dwell on our fears, problems, and challenges instead of empowering our goals, hopes, and dreams. As a result of that relapse, things get worse, and our situation appears even more hopeless. Once we understand the universal laws of physics that govern that particular phenomenon, it will give us the motivation to persevere, even in the face of the illusion of failure. Everything is comprised of energy, vibration, and consciousness. When we explore a portion of the vast science of quantum physics, we learn that when something reaches a critical mass, there is an unstoppable shift that takes place. For instance, when an electron is increasing in vibration, the moment it reaches a critical mass of the higher frequency, the entire electron is instantaneously absorbed into the higher frequency, and nothing can stop it. There are many variables that determine when something reaches a critical mass, but the Company of Heaven said that in order to simplify this concept, for us to think of critical mass as 51%. In other words, when 51% of the electron is vibrating at a higher frequency, the remaining 49% is instantly absorbed into the new vibration. So how does this facet of quantum physics affect our ability to take charge of our own lives? As we strive to improve our lives, the same laws of quantum physics apply. When empowering a vision or thought form, the moment 51% of our energy, vibration, and consciousness is in alignment with our vision, it reaches a critical mass, and nothing can stop it from manifesting. The problem is that we never know just when we are going to reach that magical moment of critical mass. There are often no outer world signs, and it may even look as if we are very far away from that instant of transformation. This is when we usually feel like our efforts are failing and we give up. Sometimes we may be just a breath away from reaching a critical mass, but we don't realize that. So we get discouraged and stop working toward our goal. Then we end up never reaching our goal. In very practical terms, critical mass means that when we are striving to create prosperity in our lives, the moment our thoughts, words, actions, and feelings are vibrating with 51% prosperity consciousness instead of poverty consciousness, our life circumstances will shift and we will begin to experience prosperity. The moment 51% of our energy is aligned with self-esteem and divine love, we will magnetize positive relationships into our lives. The moment 51% of our energy is aligned with peace, harmony, and balance, we will manifest those divine qualities tangibly in our life experiences. The key to our success is that we must keep on keeping on, even in the face of adversity. It is vital for us to understand that the light of God is infinitely more powerful than any fragmented human miscreations we may have inadvertently created. Poverty has no power over the limitless abundance of God. Our divine potential is infinitely more powerful than disease, failure, dysfunctional relationships, hatred, greed, corruption, war, or any of the other humanly created maladies appearing on the screen of life. As long as we choose the light and consecrate our energy to empower only the positive experiences we want to create in our lives, and not the negative experiences we don't want, we will reach a critical mass in our visions and dreams faster than we can possibly imagine. This information is being given to us by the beings of light in the realms of illumined truth during this critical moment in Earth's ascension process, to help us remember that if we don't like what is happening in our lives, we have the option to do something about it. This is true for each of us individually, and it is true for all of us collectively as a global family. It is important that we put things back into perspective and accept responsibility for turning our lives around. When we deliberately focus on co-creating our highest divine potential, our efforts are empowered by the unfathomable light of our I Am presence, and our success is assured. We don't have to believe in the universal laws of physics in order to exist on Earth. But since we are all subject to them, it is just common sense for us to try and accept them. We don't have to believe that every single thought, word, action, and feeling we have will go out and affect the world and then return to us to affect our personal lives. But this is happening scientifically to the letter in spite of our disbelief. It doesn't matter whether we believe in reincarnation or whether we understand that we have an accumulation of experiences from other time frames and dimensions that are influencing our present lives. It is happening anyway. If we stop resisting this truth and just accept it as a possibility, it will certainly be to our advantage. Even if we just say to ourselves, maybe it is true. Maybe I can turn things around in my life by accepting the law of the circle and working with that principle instead of fighting against it. We will experience a positive shift in our lives when we are willing to take that first step and genuinely put forth the effort to correct our behavior. The floodgates of heaven open to assist us in accomplishing our goals. Dear one, remember, since light is infinitely more powerful than our fragmented and fear-based thoughts and feelings, by perpetually staying focused on the light and taking advantage of the incredible influxes of light we are receiving from the heavenly realms, a critical mass of what we have been working toward might be just a breath away. And so it is. Beloved, I am that I am.